Welcome to Mr. J's Lifestyle channel. Today, we'll be covering a topic which is very real to the hearts of many fresh graduates. It is a topic on the reality of money for thousands of graduates. Let's take a look on a typical fresh graduate's expenses once they started working. It involves covering rental, transportation, meals, insurance, phone bill, and student loan, which usually adds up to 2,760 ringgit. Majority of fresh graduates are offered a starting salary of 3,000 only, and some even less. So after deducting the mandatory contribution, you will only have 2,768 ringgit to spend. Every month, once you have deducted your expenses, you are left with a mere 8 ringgit and 65 cents savings only. And this can be alarming because there are many unaccounted expenses such as car repairs, car maintenance, online shopping, your monthly haircut, some occasional weekend entertainment, travel, the urge to upgrade a new phone, credit card bills, and more. So, I totally understand when someone in their 20s says that they are broke. In fact, in Malaysia, there are over 300,000 Malaysians declared bankrupt till date. So the question is, what can you do about it? In my opinion, you need to start off by focusing your energy on increasing your monthly balance first. Your monthly balance is also known as cash flow with the equation shown on the screen. And the equation is rather simple to solve this problem. Increase your income, reduce your expense, then, increase cash flow. Let's take a look at cutting your expenses first, as it is within your control. The first one being accommodation. Majority who are living with your parents does not have this expense. However, there are many from outstations which require an accommodation when they are working in Kuala Lumpur city centre. The room rental ranges from 350 ringgit to 800 ringgit per month. I would highly suggest for you to keep your budget to 450 ringgit for an air-conditioned room which covers the utility bill, because you'll be spending your vast majority of your time out at work. So do not overspend on your accommodation. The next would be transportation. There are many cheaper options such as motorcycle and public transportations such as bus and trains. Knowing how inaccessible Kuala Lumpur is sometimes, you may left with no other option aside from getting a car. My suggestion is to go with a second-hand car because it would halve your car installment by 300 ringgit and only to consider to upgrade your car in the near future. The next big chunk of expense comes from our meal. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and sometimes even supper. I have broken down the expenses for you on how much a meal typically costs, and you may choose a budget that suits your stomach best. My personal option would be a budget of 630 ringgit for a month, and if you could save more, even better. Insurance is an expense which you must eventually take up because you never know when you will fall sick or get into an accident. Hospital bills will cost ranging from 3,000 ringgit to 10,000 ringgit, and by buying insurance, you can avoid forking out a big chunk of your savings for your medical bills. A thing to note is that buying at a younger age, your insurance policy will cost lesser compared to when you are older. In this generation, everyone chases after the next unlimited phone plan with a starting price of 80 ringgit to 180 ringgit. If you really want to save up on your next phone bill, do consider a prepaid card to control your phone bills, and remember to avoid signing into any fixed obligations such as phone contracts. Lastly, if you have a student loan, you just have to plan to clear up this debt as soon as possible. Pay more whenever possible. If you have taken action to review your expense, you will save up to 650 ringgit every month, which translates to 7,800 ringgit a year. So, pause this video right now and start reviewing your expenses so that you can take action to reduce your monthly expense and increase your cash flow. Let's look at another factor to increase your cash flow, which is income. If you are employed, you have to aim to be an overachiever and perform in your job to gain yearly increment and yearly bonus. Do you know that you can receive a year-end bonus from 1 month to 6 months for being an overperforming fresh graduate? That would result in you getting a high increment and promotion too, which result in higher income. During the weekends, instead of spending your free time on Netflix, look for part-time opportunity to earn you the extra 400 and 500 ringgit per month, or even learn up a new skill which can add value to your job. When you work harder and get recognized, opportunities will knock on your door with a higher salary and position, and possibly a higher bonus when you achieve all your targets. Remember, while keeping your expense low, you too have to strive to generate more income for yourself. When one earns 1,000 ringgit, they spend 1,000 ringgit. When one earns 10,000 ringgit, they spend 10,000 ringgit. So forever, money will never be enough for you. My advice is practice the habits of savings and perform legitimate investment, such as investing in the stock market, properties, or businesses to get your money to work for more money. Be aware of get-rich-quick scams while performing investment with your money. Garnering wealth is never fast, but losing wealth is always faster. So start by developing a habit of managing your money today by tracking all your income and expense. This application has helped me in managing my finance better, and I believe it would help you too. If you are unaware of your spending behavior, try this game of cash flow developed by Robert Kiyosaki. It is free to play and you'll be able to learn more about yourself and your money habits. I have placed a link in the description below, so feel free to click on the link to play this game. Remember to always control your money and never allow your money to control you. Share your experience with me if my tips has helped you develop a better mindset and habit on managing your personal finance. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends who needs to listen to this. And don't forget to check out my other valuable videos. With that, J's out.